Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So the thing about reviewing phones is I've learned that after I get a phone for review, instead of focusing on reviewing it, I just need to use it. And the Moto E5 Plus has been just a joy to use. So we're going to get into a quick updated video on the Moto E5 Plus while I highlight some of the great points of this phone. So let's talk about where this phone obviously shines the most. The biggest selling point of this phone is the battery. It has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery inside, and it is a battery boss. I went almost 2 full days with almost 8 hours of screen on time, and to me, that is stellar battery. You have to be able to survive off of the charger, and believe it or not, I think if I was a regular user, this phone could go all week. Now, you probably wouldn't get 8 hours of screen on time, I don't know. But you definitely probably could get at least 4 to 5 days or more out of this battery, depending on how you're using it. Now, I did a lot of streaming and lots of YouTube, obviously, but I mean streaming like Netflix and things like that, and no problems at all with the battery. I mean, it can really hold its own. Like I use it for 5% of the battery or 10% of the battery, and I can get almost 2 hours out of that, believe it or not, just streaming straight through. It doesn't burn battery really fast. So if you're a person who doesn't like to be on the charger, this is definitely a phone for you. The battery is one of the high points of this phone. That is what Motorola pushed, and this is all day battery. Now this phone has stock Android with a little bit of Motorola twist on there. Literally, you can twist it and turn on the camera. You can turn it off. You can twist it and flip it to the front. It's just a whole bunch going on. You can get that chop thing going on. The Moto gestures for this, I'm surprised that they're putting them on these phones that cost a little bit less. If you remember, those features were available only on like the higher end versions of Motorola phones. So now it's trickled down to what we would call the budget friendly category. And they've given us a great setup right here with the features plus stock Android. I mean, buttery smooth, no hiccups with this 400 series processor. It is just an all-around great performer, and I truly enjoy it. Now, another feature that I think is a highlight of this phone that some people kind of laugh at, but the 720p display. Talk to the owners of this phone and they'll tell you this is probably one of the best 720p displays that they have ever used. I mean, I have 1080p display phones over here, and some of them don't look as good as this. This is a vibrant, punchy, bright, just a very vivid, sharp display. Resolution, I've learned, only means so much, which is why I review phones like this that have the lower resolution displays, and I compare it next to my Quad HD displays and my 1080p displays to really see if there's a difference. And this phone really shines when it comes to the display. Watching movies, content, everything is so clear on here. Most people, I found out, actually watch videos at 480p because 480p is actually DVD quality. So on a screen this small, it's going to look very, very sharp. Trust me, this screen is a winner. Don't be fooled. Now, I really enjoy taking photos with this phone. I'm telling you, the camera on here is absolutely great. The front-facing camera, videos on the rear-facing camera, it is all gravy. I'm telling you, it is so good on here. You're gonna feel like you're getting much more than what you think you paid for. It's really nice. And a lot of people don't talk about the speaker very much, but the speaker is actually facing you on the top, and it is loud for a front-facing speaker. Now, it's gonna appear louder because it's coming right at you. It's not the loudest speaker, but it is a loud speaker. I'm telling you, it is well worth what I paid for this phone. The 10R. Let's get into this video and just hear me out. All right, so Apple announced their phones and I got the T-Mobile version, obviously, because I got this beautiful color that I wanted, and it is just absolutely great. Screen on here is absolutely fantastic. Speaker quality on point, man. You cannot go wrong with this phone. So if you don't want to listen to the speaker, you actually have a headphone jack, and that's something that they decided to keep. A lot of phones take away the headphone jack nowadays, and believe it or not, those are the phones that cost $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000. They're taking away the headphone jack, which is crucial to a lot of people because a lot of people might not want to spend money on a Bluetooth headphone set. So the headphone jack is a huge plus. Now, when I review a phone, I just use it like I said before, and there are some things that do annoy me. With this phone though, it's only one thing, and I've said it in every video I think for this phone, is the micro USB. The micro USB charging cable and port is such a letdown because I know this phone could have gotten Type-C. I don't really focus on NFC and things like that. Those things I don't have to have those on a phone, because really when it comes to some type of paying, I only use Apple Pay and Samsung Pay. So any other phone that doesn't have NFC doesn't really bother me. So this micro USB port is such a letdown, but I will say that this phone charges to full capacity from like 1 to 2% in just under 2 hours. And we're talking about a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. It has fast charging, and it is really a good charge on here. It really blows through really quickly. So one good point about this phone is the price. To me, you're getting a whole lot of phone for the price. Now, I paid the highest price for it, or one of the highest price. I paid $225, and it's not on sale with T-Mobile just yet. But you can find this phone for $100, I've been told, like or other carriers. So if you can, do that. But I personally like this color, and I wanted all the T-Mobile bands, which is why I didn't go with any kind of unlock version or anything like that, or a Cricket and try to unlock it or anything like that. I just went straight to the source because I wanted this color. This color is fire right here, and I think it's the best color of them all. I like this better than the gold color too. It's just a good look for this phone, man. Price, battery, cameras, screen, all these things play a part when you're looking at a cell phone, and you got to be honest with yourself and start checking boxes on things. Do you really need it, or is it just a want? That is how you should buy your phones. Do I need it, or is it just a want? In a lot of cases, most times when we're buying a phone, 95% of it is all wants. Most people could survive with this phone if they had it. So I trust me when I tell you, you need to try this phone out. It's your man Jay Will. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.